All right, hello, hello, hello. This is your Dreaded Crypto channel coming at you. It's June 13th, 2022. Uh, I think the 13th came pretty unlucky for everybody. A bloody, bloody Monday in the markets across the board. Gold and silver, everything went down. S&P made a new low. Everything. There's CME gaps. It's carnage pretty much. Um, there's a bunch of FUD out there. Ethereum, I guess the S stake Ethereum apparently is depegged a slight bit, and there's just everything negative that possibly could happen is happening all at once. So, but really, just we're in a bear market. This is when the good projects survive, and when the bad ones kind of go to die or just they fiddle away, right? Like fizzle away. These are the times where you can dollar cost average. Right now, we're looking at the Ethereum macro weekly chart, and there's just some cool things going on. I mean, it's all terrible, but these are the opportunistic times. Like right now, like this could be the low. Maybe we go down a little bit lower. Maybe we go to 1,000. Depending on what the Fed does on Wednesday, if they raise 75 or if they just do the 50, or maybe Jerome Powell says something good. I kind of think they might pull a rabbit out of the hat. I don't know if I'm really hoping it. I'm just trying to think like election wise, political wise. Do they want to keep crashing these markets the way they are? I mean, I feel like they need to do something correct, but they haven't done anything correct all year. So as far as over the last couple of years, they started the money printing. They printed more money than they ever have, and what did they expect to happen? Anyways, end of rant. So weekly RSI um, on the Ethereum index, we are lower than we were in the 2018 bear market, which is insane. That's like really insane. We were actually from its inception, like we're I guess the first bear market that Ethereum was in, we were at that low in 2016, 2015. Like that's just insane. And it's the same thing for Bitcoin. So it's just we're at these capitulative lows. Like this is it. And we also just had 11 red candles in a row, weekly candles on Ethereum. That's I mean, these are the buying opportunities. Like this is where you can build a base and like you look at solid projects. Like I look at Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's what I mine both of those, and that's what without even having to buy anything. Because I'm mining it. I'm buying it. With my electricity, obviously, and my computers. But it's just these are the couple coins that right now are going to do well, and then the other ones that I always like, Link and ADA, which have held up very well. And if you're able to get XRP, I think that once that case gets approved or nixed, could be into this year, maybe the beginning of next 2023. I mean, once that's over with, it's over with, and it's just gonna, it's gonna skyrocket likely. Um, yeah, I mean, so that's Ethereum right there. I mean, 11 red candles. Uh, RSI is at the lowest it's ever been. We actually hit a golden pocket zone in the retrace right here, which I find very interesting. And if we can somehow just stop dumping, now there's an argument to be made that we might have one more big dump. The only reason I kind of agree is because we just have not had that big wick with the buying pressure come in, but maybe we don't get that. Maybe it's just kind of a slow grind because in to zoom out, let's look at 2018 should be right in here. Yeah, I don't think there were like really huge wicks in there. Probably better to look at on Bitcoin. And apparently there was some FUD today about Litecoin. Litecoin got enlisted on an exchange because they thought that they had a privacy feature that they actually don't use. It's just FUD. I'm not a big Litecoin holder, but I think um, where Litecoin is better is that it holds more information and it's faster than Bitcoin. And so if Bitcoin does get really popular and gets clogged or whatever, like the blockchain, if it gets too expensive to send it, people will probably use Litecoin. So it'd be almost like a backup to Bitcoin. We didn't really see anything like that this cycle, so there's that. Oopsie, not mean to do that. I have to readjust that. Uh, but all right, let's look at the RSI on Bitcoin. Oh, this is not the right one. That's stochastic RSI, which is extremely low as well. But we need to look at the regular RSI, which is it's looking interesting to me. All right, so we've been in this falling wedge, and we just broke down out of it. Now, what happens a lot of the times with these falling wedges, you break down as a fake out, and then you come on back up. Then you go severely to the upside. But we have not been to this level 27, 26, 27. We never even got there in the 2018 bear market. I mean, we might even be lower than we ever have been. After today or this week, depending, we may be at the lowest point we've ever been with Bitcoin, which is just incredibly insane. But this market's very similar to the 2015 bull market, which is, I think that's pretty interesting. So if we were to draw just a standard, we're just going to do a quick little line of resistance here, but this will kind of show you what I mean. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but I mean, they bounce around in here, and eventually, yeah, you have little fake outs or whatever, and then you eventually bust up, and then it gets crazy. So we're at the end of this thing. I think I really think. I mean, maybe it gets boring for a few months for the rest of the summer or till fall, but this has been a really aggressive bear market, along with the Ethereum 11 red candles in a row, and they have 9 red candles in a row with Bitcoin. That's just insane. So I think the end of this run is we're somewhere close to the end of it. We might go wick down to 20K. I mean, or maybe we go to 19 or 17. That doesn't make a lot of sense other than the fact that Ethereum did break its all-time highs. So it's not to say it's not possible, but I think I think the bears are getting too greedy. Like they have too much control, and we haven't had no relief bounce at all. And we've already hit a lot of our targets. Like the target out of this we've hit, and the target out of this symmetrical triangle we hit today. We're at the 200-week moving average, which is traditionally the bear market bottom or ish bottom of it's the bottom of every bear market, and it kind of marks where things kind of end up. Like right here in the 2018. Take a look. Yeah, right here. I mean, we pretty much held it as support. We broke down a little, just a tad bit. I think we're going to more or less kiss it, or maybe we'll wick down and come up back above it. And we'll over the next few months, maybe we kind of just ride it for a bit until the end of the year. But it held its support during the COVID crash, though it did have a huge wick down. But it's for me, this has been kind of tough because I really didn't take the profits I should have taken at the top because it just didn't look like a top. None of it looked like a top. It didn't do. This whole cycle didn't do what it had done before. But live and learn, and like as long as you have your crypto, you're getting interest, and you're being protected, you should be fine. Yeah, like I was looking at some things like Voyager is FDIC insured, and all those interest rates on Voyager are amazing. I highly recommend them. I was recently, I guess I've been uh, offered the position of an ambassador with Celcius, and unfortunately Celcius has just been in a lot of FUD lately, and they actually froze their accounts, and it's really ugly what had happened, and it's actually gotten me a little bit concerned. But I've been with Celcius for 3 years, and they've been great to me, and I'm going to continue to support them, of course. But this is the time. It's like make it or break it. Will it do like a Luna type of thing? Alex Mashinsky, I think, is great. I think he fights the good fight, and DeFi is going to take hold in the future. Or probably mold into like with the banking system and whatnot. But I think he's getting attacked by institutions as well as just other players out there. I'm not really sure exactly what's happening, but if I will say, like Celcius, if they can survive what's going on right now, they will do amazing. They will do amazing. And so this is just it. And like the Cell token is at such a low price right now that it's so tempting to really just start stacking up on it. But I want to wait a little bit longer to kind of see what happens. I imagine they're going to release um, information in the next day or so. So we will see and hope for the best on that one. Like yeah, I'd like to talk about some alts, but we might do that on another day. Right now, I think the big players, Ethereum and Bitcoin, are the ones to worry about. But some of the other ones actually held up pretty well, like I was saying, Cardano and XRP. Um, still, like like if you want to accumulate layer ones, like see, like Atom and Solana, those type of projects. Solana, there's a lot of NFT stuff going on that project blockchain. The problem is like they're still in a beta phase, and that's why they keep on having these shutdowns. They're not an official working blockchain 100% yet. They're getting there, but they're not there yet. Just looking at Theta, it has a little bit of green today, which is interesting. But yeah, I just wanted to check in. That's kind of really all I had to say about today. Just look out for the FOMC meeting on Wednesday and see what they raise the rates to. If they go to 75 or a whole percentage point, or maybe they give us some kind of surprise and go less, or maybe they go 50, but then they say they're going to actually start increasing their buybacks and maybe start buying these stock market dips. And if that happens, that could help, or at least alleviate some of this selling pressure. They keep on blaming all the gas and stuff on Putin and all that, and this is just so ridiculous. This is a personal note. Like, this is a national emergency at this point. They should be just trying to be energy. We should be energy independent at this point, at least for now. I just don't understand why they're not trying to get gas. And like, so that's another thing. Like, that Americans are depleted of our disposable income right now, so we can't buy these tips. Like even me, like I work really hard, and like I have an income, but like my income has been, $5 a gallon. Like that's a lot of disposable income every month that I was buying crypto or like whatever with. So every American's in that same boat. So like that hopefully the war maybe stops, or maybe we see some change in policy. Or maybe we don't, and they just continue this rampage, and once the elections come, they're all going to get elected out, and the current administration will probably come to a stalemate. They're not going to be able to do all these Gestapo stuff. Anyway, that's it for me. Keep hodling on, stack the sats. These are the levels. These are bear market prices right now. Maybe we go down to 20, but we just don't. You don't know, and this could be it. A little bit of good news tomorrow, and the FOMC does something, then we bounce back up to 28 or 30, and then maybe we jump around the rest of the year. But we just don't know how this is all going to go. This cycle has been different. So hang in there, and I'll check in tomorrow. Peace.